We know that Charlie is out of the hospital, that he got a good medical report. That doesn't mean that he does not have bruises on him. That means he's out of the hospital, that he's with his natural mother. We also know that Charlie had been living with his natural mother, and the father, Charlie Bothuell, took him away because he began doing poorly in school, according to the father. The father, Charlie Bothuell IV, also told us off camera that the day Charlie went missing, that the stepmother, Monique Bothuell, sent him a picture, a text, we believe, of an elliptical machine, and that Charlie had not done his chores, in other words, had not completed his exercise regimen for that day. The boy disappeared in the middle of the exercise regimen. There have been other reports that Bothuell required his son to do 4,000 steps on an elliptical each day that we are trying to confirm. But we do know that part of what led up to this is that little Charlie had not done his exercise regimen, and that the father said he was going to have to deal with that. What does that mean? Nothing good. Does that equal child abuse? That will be for a judge or a jury to decide if there ever are charges. Right now, there are no charges of child abuse against Bothuell or Monique. The father joined me last night on the show, and he said he came on to thank us for publicizing Charlie's plight, his disappearance. And he also revealed, upon questioning, that he had spoken to little Charlie. But this is how it happened. Charlie's with his bio mom, as I mentioned, and Charlie called his grandmother, not his father. And during that conversation, they handed the phone off to the father. I find it very interesting he hasn't talked to his father or hasn't called his father. That may be because police are not allowing him to see his father. Why? Because when the target, Charlie Bothuell, is under suspicion of child abuse, you don't want the victim talking to the possible perp because it could taint the child's recitation of the facts. But this is what I know. I still stand by the fact that Charlie Bothuell had nothing to do with the child's disappearance initially. I really don't believe that father would have gone to police, FBI, and gotten a grilling on the Nancy Grace show if he had been voluntarily forcing the child to live in the basement. I don't think he knew he was in the basement. I think he was genuinely trying to find his child. Now, how did he treat the child before he went missing? That remains to be seen.